Today I'm going to tell you about the United States Department of the Treasury. The Department of the Treasury is an executive department in the Treasury of the United States federal government. The history of the United States Department of the Treasury begins in the turmoil of the American Revolution, when the Continental Congress at Philadelphia deliberates the crucial issue of financing a war of independence against Great Britain. The Congress had no power to levy and collect taxes, nor was there any tangible basis for securing funds for foreign investors or governments. The delegates resolved to issue paper money in the form of bills of credit, promising redemption in coin, on faith in the revolutionary cause. On June 22, 1975, only a few days after the Battle of Bunker Hill, Congress issued $2 million in bills. On July 25th, 28 citizens of Philadelphia were employed by the Congress to sign and number the currency. Despite the infusion of foreign and domestic loans, the United Colonies were unable to establish a well-organized agency for financial administration. Michael Hillegas, which was the first called Treasurer of the United States on May 14, 1777, the Treasury Office was reorganized 3 times between 1778 and 1781. The $241.5 million in paper continental bills devalued rapidly. By May of 1781, the dollar collapsed at a rate of from 500 to 1,000 to 1 against hard currency. Alexander Hamilton took the oath of office as the first Secretary of the Treasury on September 11, 1789. Hamilton had served as George Washington's aide-de-camp during the Revolution and was of great importance to the ratification of the Constitution. Because of his financial and managerial acumen, Hamilton was a logical choice for solving the problem of the new nation's heavy war debt. Hamilton's first official act was to submit a report to Congress, in which he laid the foundation for the nation's financial health. The U.S. Treasury has many basic functions. Most importantly, it creates all the money in the country, the bills and coins. It collects all the taxes and money that is owed to the United States. It pays all the country's bills. It manages the federal finances and all government accounts. It also investigates and prosecutes tax evaders, so remember, it's very important to pay your taxes every year on time. The Department of the Treasury is a large governmental body. It has many departments and many functions. The Treasury is run by the department. There are many assistants who work under the Secretary. The Secretary of the Treasury is nominated by the President of the United States. The Secretary of the Treasury is the main economic advisor to the President and plays a critical role in policymaking by bringing an economic and governmental financial policy perspective to issues facing the government. The Secretary is responsible for coming up with domestic and international financial, economic, and tax policy, participating in the formulation of broad fiscal policies that have general significance for the economy, and managing the public debt. Within the Treasury, there are many bureaus. These separate bureaus are responsible for different things. It includes, for example, the Alcohol and Tobacco Trade Bureau and the Bureau of the Inspector General. In addition, it is also where you will find the U.S. Mint, where money is made. Like every government department, the U.S. Treasury has an operating budget. In 2015, the operating budget was $22.6 billion. This is the amount of money it takes to run such a large and important part of the federal government. The budget is broken down into different sections. It includes management and finance, tax administration, international programs, and other bureaus. Thanks for watching this Adventurous Kids episode.